everyone. Did you miss me? I know I've been gone for a minute. Sorry about that, yo. But and I said I was also going to do a Panopticon tier list. Unfortunately, I couldn't figure out how to download the images so I could put them on my single-use tier list to create it. I'm sorry, y'all. I could not figure out how to do it. If anyone can tell me how to download those images, then I will definitely do the Panopticon tier list. I believe when I figured that out, I was listening through Kentucky, so I still have a few more albums to go, but I'll definitely get into that if you guys can figure out how to help me download that. Comment that down below if you know how to download the images at all. All right, but today we're going to be ranking the albums of Stone Temple Pilots. These guys are a part of what I like to call the big six of grunge. Those are Nirvana, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots, and the Smashing Pumpkins. I like to consider those the big six of grunge because they're the ones that define grunge the most. And we're gonna start with. Oh, I'm gonna rename the tier list real quick. Give me a quick second. All right, there we go. And we're gonna start off with their 1992 debut, Core. And honestly, for the sake of the footage, I'm not gonna be pulling it up on YouTube on my computer to show all you guys. I'm very sorry about that, but I just don't want this footage to be any more choppy than it is now. So we're gonna talk about Core. And personally, there are some standouts on this album. I actually rather like the opener, Dead and Bloated. I also rather enjoy Wicked Garden's a decent track. I also really enjoy Sin, Naked Sunday, Piece of Pie, and I also enjoy, probably my favorite song on this album is Sets Type Thing, actually. That's probably my favorite track on this album. A total banger, at least in my opinion. But then we have some stuff that other people love that I'm not quite in love with, personally. That honestly goes to, unfortunately, that goes to Plush and Creep. I actually think once Creep happens, we get one more high moment with Piece of Pie, and then then the album kind of drops off a little bit for me with Plush. The weird interlude, Wet My Bed, and Cracker Man is still pretty good, but not as good as the beginning of this album. And Where the River Goes is kind of a bland, middling closer. So I'm going to put this album at great. Consider this album like a B to B plus, honestly. But next up, we have Purple. And this one improves on the debut in every way possible while also setting up for their next album and forming their own sound. This is going to perfection. I love this thing from the opener of Meat Plow to the closer, Kitchenware, and Candy Bars. Every song on here is amazing, but personal standouts probably go to Still Remains, Pretty Penny, Silver Gun Superman, Big Empty, Army Ants, The Closer, Kitchenwares, and Candy Bars. That's an 8-minute song, by the way, and it's broken up into two parts, so it's kind of like two songs shoved together, but it works so perfectly. I love it. I also really love Interstate Love Song, Loungefly, Vaseline, and the opener Meat Plow, of course. Not a single bad track on this album. I love this. But it's not my favorite, though. That goes to the next album, Tiny Music. Songs from the Vatican Gift Shop. This is going to the top of perfection, even above Purple. I just love this thing from beginning to end, dude. Like, it opens up with the instrumental press play, then goes into pop love suicide, then tumble in the rough, then Big Bang Baby, the Lady Picture Show, and the fantastic soft ballad of And So I Know. Lady Picture Show is also a softer ballad as well, which is fantastic. This And So I Know is probably the softest song they've ever done, honestly. I also love Tripping Down a Hole in a Paper Heart. I love Art School Girl, Adhesive, Write the Cliche, Daisy, The Closer, 7 Cage Strike. This is just perfection. In my opinion, Tiny Music should be on the same vein, should be held in the same vein of like Soundgarden's Bad Motorfinger, Pearl Jam's Tan, Nirvana's Nevermind, and even Alice in Chains' Dirt. This is a terrific listen. Please listen to Tiny Music. If I could only give you one recommendation, check Tiny Music out. But next up, it's number 4. And this is going to be controversial because I actually like number 4 more than I like the debut Core. What can I say, y'all? I just really like this album. I love the opener, Down. I also love Heaven and Hot Rods, Pruno, Church on Sunday, Sour Girl, No Way Out, Sets and Violence, Glide, I Got You, MC5, and Atlanta is a fantastic closer as well, honestly. I honestly love this whole album. It just doesn't have the pitch perfect balance of consistent songs with amazing singles. Every song on here is great, it's just not as perfect as these two. But then, and unfortunately then, we have Shangri-La-Di-Da. This is... By the way, I listened to all of these albums in order, going from Core to Purple to Tiny Music to number 4, and then I got to the Shangri-La-Di-Da, and I was so disappointed. Like, this album bummed me out. It opens fine with Dumb Love, Days of the Week is okay, Coma is okay, Hollywood Bitch is passable, Wonderful is pretty bad, Black Again is okay, Hello 8 Slate is fine, Too Cool Creamy, the music is fine, but Jesus Christ, they took a shot at Courtney Love, and that was probably one of the most brutal shots that's ever been taken at her, I'm not gonna lie. Generation is fine. Bipolar Bears. Everything else here is fine. Except for a song for sleeping. That one's also pretty bad as well. Yeah, this album's just meh. Not even close to their worst though. Next up is the first self-titled. That's going to bad. This thing sucks. Like this is even worse than Shangri-La-Di-Da. As Shangri-La-Di-Da was like meh. This is bad. This is a terrible album, dude. I do not like this thing. Like Between the Lines, Take a Load Off is terrible. I'm willing to give Hazy Days some credit and Peacoat some credit. Those two are passable. And that is about it. Apart from those two songs, which I would give like a 5 out of 10, the rest is like 2 out of 10, maybe a 3 out of 10. This is a bad album. Not their worst, though. That goes to the second self-titled, the 2018. This is the most boring, lazy, uninspired, unfocused piece of crap I have ever heard in my entire life. Jesus Christ. What the hell happened? I get this was after, because Scott Weiland sadly passed in 2015, by the way. Alright, rest in peace, Scott Weiland. You were a treasure, and we miss you. But this, what the hell happened? What the actual hell happened? Like, I know I'm playing it up and sounding pissed, but no, this thing is like boring. This is like watching paint dry while like drinking unflavored water while in in an apartment that has been freshly painted and you're not doing anything. You just sit there watching paint dry. What is this thing? Sorry, I went off on a tangent on that one. This one sucks. This one's even worse than the other one. I didn't even think that was possible. But Prieta is going to meh. This thing, it opened, it's fine. It's fine. There's no bad tracks on here. Like, it opens fine with Fare Thee Well, and then Three Wishes, and the title track, and then I Didn't Know the Time. This is fine. And Years is fine. Yeah, yeah, this is fine. It's just an okay album. Check it out if you want. If you don't want to check it out, you're not really missing on much. This sounds just mediocre, but at least it didn't actively piss me off like this one. So take that as you will. But anyway, that's my Stone Temple Pilots tier list. Feel free to drop your own rankings in the comments. I would greatly appreciate that, honestly. And I just want to say it's good to be back, yo. It feels good to be making videos again. I hope all of you have had a great time since we last spoke. I hope all you guys and gals and everybody else has a great time or has a great night. And I will see you next time. Take care, everyone.